Okay, everybody, welcome to this week's webinar. My name's Craig Schulze. It's our first J-Fire training webinar for 2016. And before we get into today's session, just want to make some special congratulations to kick off the show. We had two new Aussie Diamonds join the ranks of the Diamond Director level. So congratulations to Susan Lan and Lynn Gascoigne for an incredible effort. And, watching their journeys over the last 3 years has been truly, truly incredible. And the sacrifices they've made traveling all around the world to build the business they've got there very much just deserves. Also, all the people that went on the Emerald trip, well done and congratulations for achieving that amazing rewards trip. There's so many exciting rewards trips that we'll be talking about one of them throughout this session here today. And also for all the distributors, all the leaders out there, congratulations for contributing to this record-breaking company's success. Jeunesse broke history in the direct sales industry for the last calendar year for being the fastest company to do $1 billion in sales in the history of the industry, and that is an incredible, incredible effort. So congratulations to all the distributors out there. What I'd like to say is, the journey is just beginning. When you listen to Scott Lewis talk about his vision for the future, you really do get a great feeling of what's just about to happen. And, Jeunesse is really just warming up. A lot of companies over the history of this industry have just got up to that $800 million mark, and they've really, really reached their Mount Everest. And Jeunesse just cruised all the way to $1 billion in sales, and they're sitting at that base camp mark at the moment. And it's so exciting to be a part of the journey of Jeunesse moving forward, from moving from $1 billion brand into a multi-billion dollar brand. And a part of this session today is just to recap some of the statistics, some of the growth of the story, talk about the excitement of 2016 and beyond, and really set the scene for what is possible in 2016. If you look at the Jeunesse journey to date, it's nearly been a doubling in size in business every year through its 6 years in journey, and $30 million year one, $65 million in year two. That was a point in time that Lyndon, Aaron, myself, a couple of other leaders took the plunge on helping launch Jeunesse into the market in at the end of their second year in business. It's been an incredible ride. And I touch on when I joined Jeunesse at the $65 million mark and have been a part of the story to the $1 billion mark, has been life-changing, not only from a financial perspective, but a lifestyle perspective, but, just everything has changed in the last 4.5 years. Now, the point I'm trying to make it, even if you're a new distributor that signed up on Christmas Day because it sounded a great idea, Jeunesse's vision is to be that multi-billion dollar brand. So from moving from a 1.1 billion to that multi-billion dollar zone, it's very much no different than me joining at 65 million and riding out that first $1 billion in excitement. So the opportunity is there for everyone with vision, everyone that's willing to work, everyone that wants to be consistent and persistent, doing the right behaviors and having an absolute no excuse zone. This is what the successful leaders in not only in Jeunesse but in this industry, they just keep on doing it anyway. You'll always have challenges, you'll always have roadblocks, you'll always go through those phases of highs and lows, and that is the journey of an entrepreneur. And if you're in network marketing, if you're in any form of entrepreneurial journey, you have to be prepared that you're never trading time for money. You'll always be riding a wave, and that wave will be some incredible highs, then there'll be some plateaus, and then there'll be a backward step in some periods. But that journey is always going to be going upward, and eventually when you hit that critical mass, that momentum phase, you can really make some serious impact. So we're talking about sales growth, we're talking about timing, we're talking about opportunity. Now the opportunity with Jeunesse is right here. I believe we've laid great foundations and we're just warming up. There's so much excitement with Jeunesse's futurizing towards their next range of products to fit into their youth enhancement system. And they're talking about now their Project 8 Zen Body program with one of the world famous health experts on the planet getting involved with the company. This company is taking, I guess, network marketing, taking an opportunity for an everyday person and really giving everyone that opportunity to really thrive to the level that they choose to thrive in. And that's what's really exciting. Also, look at Jeunesse from a global perspective. So many opportunities within the markets around the world, just on a population basis. You could build a great business in any of our 100+ countries that we're open to do business. It's just where there's people with skin, there's an opportunity for you in Jeunesse. And I look at Jeunesse from a global perspective. Last year we had around 15 international markets that were producing more than $1 million a month in sales. That was from one of the Google Hangouts earlier in the year. We had offices set up all around the world. We had diamonds on every continent of the planet, bar the more recent continent, which was the African region. But that region there is really soaring at the moment. So there's going to be one there soon too. Jeunesse is truly Jeunesse Global. So it's important to understand that will be where the company grows in the future. Now, a part of today's session is to talk about those types of things, because one of the good skills that people get is to be able to tell stories. You've got to be able to tell your own story of why you've joined, where you've come from, where you're going, because people join people. You've got to be able to tell the story of the industry, why it's thriving. In Australia here, I know we have international guests get on these calls every week, but Dick Smith, a household name, goes into collapse. Why does this happen? Why is the new age of business thriving? Then we move into being able to tell the Jeunesse story the best way possible. And I'm here today to help you do that by talking about some of the statistics and why the opportunity is perfectly the right time. The company Jeunesse has sales figures to back up the talk. There's a lot of people out there in the industry, and I could name company after company, that use hype only to promote their business. They get up there and say, we will be the next billion-dollar company. They get up there and say, we are truly global. They get up there and they, really, I guess, hype it up, talking figures that are just really fairy tales. Now, Jeunesse is not only a company that can say it, but it's all backed up by statistics. It's all backed up by recognition by reputable bodies. The DSA recognized Jeunesse for its success. The Business World Inc. 500 and Co. recognized Jeunesse for its success. Jeunesse is not a company that's just talking and hyping. It's a company that is backed by statistics. We've ranked in the DSA, continue to grow and climb the ladder of successful companies in the industry. We have been the rising star of the industry. We've won many American Business Awards. We've been published in many business publications like Inc. 500 magazine, DSA News, you name it. Our owners have been getting recognition after recognition after recognition, and that's what's really setting the story straight. Last year we ranked number 38 in the top 100 companies in its 5th year in business. Easily the youngest company in the top 50 to be at that level. But you think about that. That was off a $418 million year. Imagine what's going to happen when we release our next figures for this DSA year coming up. I could see us easily climbing into the top 20, and I always say we will have to wait and see. but a $1.1 billion year is going to allow us to climb that ladder higher and higher and higher. And we're truly aiming to be a top 10 company and beyond, and really a household brand. Look at this, another great example, our world headquarters. Jeunesse has grown and outgrown its amazing office, and I know that office there really is connected to the hearts of the owners of the company. They love that family feel of that office, and they're going to keep that for one of their teams in their staff, but they just have to, because they're growing at such a rapid rate, just go and invest in more bigger assets and bigger properties. Not only do they have this amazing office that they're fitting out as we speak, and staff are moving into there, they've also got an office on the West Coast as well. So it's really exciting to see the growth here. I think someone's just come into my call. Just bear with me a second. And yeah, it really is a company that's, growing not only in success, but also, you know, you can see the tangible assets that have come along with Jeunesse as well. I was lucky enough to head out to the world headquarters. It was an empty building at the time, but go and take a photo. It's an incredible structure over a lake and a golf course right on the major freeway in Orlando, Florida there, and it is truly an incredible office. And as I go out for dinner with Randy at our Paris University, and I talk about, hey, in regards to your investing, hopefully we're not loaning too much money for all these assets. And Randy simply would say, hey, Craig, I pay cash. So that just to me shows you how smart, how savvy, as the company grows, they invest wisely. So we're really set up to become not only a household name, but have a home for the future and future generations. My vision in this business now is, I've changed my life dramatically, but I'm trying to pay it forward to future generations of my family. I want to set my entire family up for future generations. That's what's possible. The longevity of the growth of this opportunity is really truly excites me that I have found a home and a vehicle that I can be involved with for the rest of my life. Let's talk about the youth enhancement system. I'm here on this call today to tell you a bit about the story, to help you sell the story better. Now talk about the product story. How can you tell this story to a level that the everyday average person can go out there and generate interest? So for starters, I always refer to our products as not just products. It's a youth enhancement system where all our products fit into this whole anti-aging youth enhancement sort of genre, but all our products have their own story to tell. If it's the Luminous range, it is world first stem cell technology. If it's the Reserve product, I talk about the resveratrol story. Go and research resveratrol. See what the documentaries of 60 Minutes on resveratrol. Look at the American Medical Directory PubMed, type in resveratrol, 8,000 clinical studies. You talk about AMPM, you're talking about a doctor behind AMPM that's regarded as one of the best, anti-aging physicians on the planet. You talk about instantly ageless. You're referring to, that whole Botox story. Why do people spend so much money on Botox when they know that they're injecting something in that's harmful for their body? They want instant gratification. We have a product that gets that instant gratification for less than $2 and in 2 minutes and effectively lasts a day. A product that has turned the Jeunesse sales figures on its head. You look at the Zen Body system. There's been companies that have done incredibly well in the direct sales industry off a program like Zen Body alone. Then we look at Nevo. These two here, more American dominant product regimes, but Nevo, there have been amazing companies in this industry that have been built on just a healthy energy drink concept. So when we're talking about our youth enhancement system, these could be companies in their own rights, just with one product range. There have been companies that have been built on a product like Reserve. Countless companies on products like Luminous. There's been countless companies on the Zen, the Nevo system. These are all opportunities that could be broken off in their own right. We have it all together with Jeunesse. The closest thing to the fountain of youth that science can prove in 2016. Incredibly exciting. Every single product genre has a story to tell. That's what's really exciting about our products. Let's talk about the lifestyle. Jeunesse Emerald experience. I got the pleasure to travel with a number of the Aussie team last year, and it was truly a great way to kick off 2015 for me. To be treated like royalty in Maui was an incredible, incredible experience. So this Emerald level is starting to become an everyday, normal type of title for this company now. At Emerald level, you are at that life-changing type of, commission. To reach that, you only have to look at the commission structure to understand what you need to do to achieve that. But there's over 150 new Emeralds in 2015 that qualified for that trip. This is happening day after day after day. So you really need to be thinking bigger. If you want to treat this opportunity as a true opportunity, think big and think that this is possible. I remember many years ago when I was in my opportunity and I was looking at my future, my longevity in the opportunity, and I looked at what the biggest income earner was earning in that company at the time. Well, it was barely even qualifying as, a diamond in our company. I thought, if I have to be the best to be the number one income earner and I'm still not earning what my desirable figure would be, I could see that this wasn't going to be the opportunity for me. When I look at Jeunesse and you've got over 100 diamonds, that's just becoming normal with the company. Hundreds of emeralds, probably 1,000 rubies now. I don't know what that number is now, but it's got to be a lot. This is just becoming the norm. People achieving incredible things. And the most exciting thing about it is that a lot of first timers, a lot of people with no experience. You look at Susan and Ling, their success to diamond over a 3-year period, really no experience at all in the industry. So it's what is possible for everyone to achieve. The diamond discovery. Jeunesse looks after its diamonds like absolute royalty. Every year, I just can't wait to find out where the next experience is going to be. Last year for me, traveling to Tahiti was, some of the most memorable moments in my life today. But you think about talking about lifestyle and experiences, our trip to Dubai, there was over 3,000 qualifiers that the company paid for part of or all of a trip to Dubai. That trip there had over 150 of the Australian Jeunesse family on the trip, and it was an incredible experience. The Mediterranean cruise will be a week of bucket list location after bucket list location after bucket list location. Incredibly exciting. You could be joining Jeunesse at the start of that journey just by simply going out there and telling the world about this incredible story of Jeunesse and going on a holiday for free. That is what you should truly be looking for and looking at every single year, to be on that trip. For the Noosa experience, again, it's our retreat, our reward for our up-and-coming Sapphire leaders. That's going to be in February, a great time to kick your business off with some inspiring leadership lessons at that event. It's a great place to come together. So, make sure that if you're new in the business, give it your best shot to qualify for Sapphire and be on that trip. It's incredibly exciting time with Jeunesse. My vision, my plans are just, again, I align it with the company. I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like that the sky's the limit and there's so many more exciting stories to tell in Jeunesse. So in 2016, as this company moves from a billion-dollar brand to potentially a multi-billion-dollar brand, and if it doubles in size again in 2016, make sure that you're a part of the story. Don't sit back and watch it happen. You know that this will happen. Just make sure that you become a part of the story. It's really exciting. My tips for 2016, if you're in Australia, make sure that you have the biggest game plan of all time to have an army at our convention. That's when you can really catapult your business. So write down the dates, find out the location, everyone that joins, sell the vision of how powerful that Gold Coast event's going to be for your business. Then move on into the university. Those are the two big pillar events that you drive numbers to, and then World Convention in the US. So these three events here, if you want to elevate yourself up to Sapphire Elite, up to the director levels in the business, make sure that you continue to drive numbers there. Then break it all down. Break it down to your local events. Break it down to your areas that you have hotspots in your business. You may have a hotspot with a good team growing in South Australia, and you might live in Victoria. Set them a goal when you reach Sapphire or when you've enrolled 30 people. I'm going to come over and spend some time with you in the lead up to the next live event. Be smart with your time, be smart with your travel, be smart with your finance, but make sure that if you have hotspots, you will, and you've got big dreams and vision to go to the next level, make sure that you do the required activities. It's a simple formula of needing to know information, then doing the right activities to achieve certain levels, and then you've got a network of people. For you, you're in the middle of sharing good quality information to this network of people, enrolling, teaching people to enroll, and let magic happen. So I thought I'd kick off the year with a bit of a summary. I thought I'd kick off the year with my vision. I thought I'd kick off the year with helping you sell the vision of Jeunesse better. If you feel that this session's been great today and you've got people interested, you go and repeat what I've just said. Talk about the success. Talk about this will happen with or without you. Make sure that you're going to be a part of the story. Make sure that you would want to enroll yourself. Become a better person. Become a better leader. Make sure that you take the required activities to grow as a person. Learn new things all the time. For myself, I'll classify myself right up there expert-wise in network marketing. I know companies, I know comp plans, I know leaders, I know a lot about this industry and success in general. But from December till now, I've been listening to one audio every day, sometimes two. I want to grow and I want to be better as a leader. All right. So make sure that you continue to grow, because your income will grow where you grow as a person. So I hope you got a lot out of today's session. We look forward to seeing you on the journey. I hope to see as many of you as possible on the Noosa trip, and let's rip it up in 2016 and make it our best year in business ever. Bye for now.